Hey guys, Jamesimus Prime here, and today we're going to review one of the most awaited Studio Series releases of this year, the Hasbro Studio Series Leader Class Optimus Prime from Transformers Age of Extinction. This design is definitely one of the best Optimus Prime designs there is. I do love this design so much, and I know many people do love it too. But for the purpose of this review, I will leave my personal thoughts on the conclusion of this review, and instead, like always, I will show you the adequate performance of this product and also show you the flaws and shortcomings of this figure. It's to help you decide whether you should get this figure or not. For the details of this figure, it lacks a lot of paint, like the flames, the blues, and reds in the robot mode. But the details of this mold is incredibly great. This figure accurately represents the Western Star Trek 5700XE model. The head sculpt is good, not accurate enough, could have been better, but it's good enough. You can see the well-made details of the chest. The arms of this Optimus Prime are molded according to his pre-night stage, where he doesn't possess the Sword of Judgment yet. The details in the legs are made accurately, and looks great all the way down to the foot itself. And the rest are of course, the cable parts. The transformation though is made very well, even for this design that is too complex for a Transformer. The backpack is not that terrible, you can even remove it for a cleaner look. It is connected in a mushroom peg, so you just need to pull it very carefully. In vehicle mode, here you can see the accurate representation of the Western Star Trek 5700XE model. There are a lot of gray plastic to be seen, and a lot of missing paints as well. But overall, it does look like the Western Star 5700XE model, and has more paint than the robot mode does. They even added the small Autobot emblem in the front of the truck. That's great detail. For the articulation, Hasbro gave us the essential joints that this Optimus Prime needs. They added wrist articulations, so you can maximize Optimus Prime's sword skills when posing and doing stop-motion animations. Though to be honest, it still lacks a bit, especially the waist swivel. It's hindered by the skirts and has a limited range, especially when you don't remove the backpack. Also, the legs are still hindered by the kibbles, which is one of the old TLK Prime models suffers from. You can't do proper superhero landing poses with this Optimus Prime, so you need to angle it perfectly when you take pictures. Overall, I'd say the articulation could have been better, but it's good enough for a Knight Prime figure. Other than the transformation engineering, one of the reasons that Hasbro made this Optimus Prime a leader class is due to the accessories included. First, we have the Energon sword. Optimus Prime used this when he fought Galvatron in Age of Extinction. Optimus only used it once, but the Energon sword definitely deserves to be included in a Knight Prime figure. Next is the Sword of Judgment and the Vector Shield. Yes, it all lacks paint, the sword is just literally gray plastic added with the red paint in the guard, while the shield only has red paint on the center part of the shield. There should be more blue and more paint details in these accessories. The figure literally costs like $70. The shield converts into gun mode, which does happen in Transformers Age of Extinction and Transformers The Last Knight. It's a well-known feature for Prime's shield. And finally, we have this sheath that can store both the sword and the shield. I really admire Hasbro for doing this. You can store both weapons at the same time, just like how Optimus Prime does it on the films. I am not sure if this is correct, but you can store the Energon sword here in the slot underneath the shield. The peg in the Energon sword fits perfectly there. For size comparison, here's the Studio Series Age of Extinction Optimus Prime compared to other Transformers figures and other figures that you might have in your collection. Optimus Prime is about 7 inches tall, and goes well with your other Transformers figures, but to be honest, he is kind of small. They could have made him bigger, but it's still acceptable. Could have been better though. Here's a size comparison with Prime's vehicle mode. So for the conclusion of this review, overall, this Optimus Prime delivers a satisfactory performance as a product. The mold is done well. The paint does lack in some areas. The accessories could have been painted better. There's a lot to improve, to be honest. But all those flaws does not hinder this product to be one of the coolest Studio Series Optimus Prime there is. The vehicle mode is done very well. The proportions are done correctly. Hasbro did a good job and gave the Knight Prime design some justice. Also guys, remember, this video is just the tip of the iceberg for this figure. You can discover more incredible things with this product. My job as a toy reviewer is only to give you some insights on what's the good and bad things for this figure. Overall, this Optimus Prime figure deserves an 8/10 rating.